Coming up on the Season 2 premiere of Movie Show Plus. Greg Russell gets animated when talking with the cast of Smallfoot.
It was strange to hear my voice come out of something that isn't me.
Tom Santilli stops by the Maple Theater, but will he go gaga over A Star is Born?
Almost every single person has told me they like the way I sounded, but that they didn't like the way I look.
I think you're beautiful.
All that, plus a whole lot more, coming up on Movie Show Plus.
We're set. Okay, back projection. Cue music. And action.
He waited for this night. He's waited for me. I've waited for him. Michael Myers is the embodiment of pure evil.
He is ruthless, a relentless force.
He's unpredictable. Anyone could be next.
Dad, look out!
Babysitter murders, 40 years to this day.
Michael!
Jamie has a talent. She was born with it.
You don't believe in the boogeyman?
Perfect for the movie I made, and now she's perfect for David Gordon Green's movie.
You should.
This is as good as I've seen since we did the first movie.
It is intense. Just brutal.
And that's what's hot in Hollywood.
The world is a mysterious place. There are marvels of nature just waiting to be discovered by those who are daring enough to look. Marvels like the creature I had only heard existed in legend. A mythical monster straight out of your worst nightmares, with wild eyes and a hideous face and feet that were amazingly, freakishly small!
Why don't you really pull back the layers and see what this movie's about?
Yeah.
Oh man, this is a great message.
Yeah. No, it definitely has a message to me that exudes what we need right now. It's kind of fitting to the times. Like, as much as we know this is a fun movie and it's built for the kids and for our families, but to be able to ask why these things are, why a system is set up the way it is, and you question it. I mean, how many people right now we see talking about that as adults and young adults?
Yeah.
And it does it in a way that's really joyful. You know, I think it's a really good counter for, you know, some of the Pixar movies, which are like, they're masterpieces in their own right. But, you know, just kind of is a breath of fresh air, in my opinion.
Because like you said, here's your guy who, you know, he learned everything growing up, got to learn by the rocks, got to learn by his dad with the flat head.
Totally.
But then because something happens, he discovers, you know, some other things that are going on. And instead of just letting it, you know, go by, he questions them all.
Well, I saw what I saw, and that's and I'm an honest person. You've always, you know, you taught me to be honest, and you taught me to, like, you know, never tell a lie, and he can't tell a lie because he saw what he saw, and then forces him to go and, like, see what is really out there and what it means for the village.
Yeah. And then your guy, I mean, the leader who knows all the real answers, but understands that, hey, I've got to protect my people.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I think for me, I really felt like, okay, this is a good leader, but at the same token, I believe in telling, you know, the community the truth, which I was grateful that, you know, because of Migo as a character, that the Stonekeeper eventually had to face the truth and not be stuck in the old ways of traditions that were passed down from generations before, and just abiding by those things. So, you know, I like the journey of the Stonekeeper because it's important for, I think, you know, older powers that be to know, like, look, the young have ideas, and there's new ways to do this.
There's so many layers to this film, which is what I love. And I like the fact that my character is that kind of voice of reason for Percy. And more than that, that every character in this movie, whether Smallfoot or Bigfoot, goes through some crazy transition of the importance of honesty, integrity, and the importance of caring for one another.
Yeah. And also, I have to ask this real quick. What was it like when you got to see yourself animated in the movie?
It was very cool. It was strange to hear my voice come out of something that isn't me. But it was really amazing. And what's very cool is that the team was great in just making Brenda come to life. I remember one time it was like, can we make her hair color a little darker, a little curlier? And all those things I feel like are what made Brenda, and at the same time, a little bit Yara.
Hey, don't be scared. Look, it's just a story. Everyone knows that the Smallfoot isn't real. Or is it? Oh, that's nice. Real nice. Way to scar him for life.
Check out MovieShowPlus.com to watch this episode online, and for exclusive content, extended interviews with Greg Russell, and a complete archive of movie reviews with Tom Santilli. Also, make sure to like and follow us on social media and on our Movie Show Plus YouTube channel.
Being empowered starts with getting informed, looking closer. 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer in her lifetime. But many of us don't know there are different types of breast cancer with different characteristics. That was me. Learning about the specifics of my diagnosis gave me the confidence to make informed treatment decisions with my doctor. This meant everything to me and my family. So take another look. Ask another question. Learn more at notonetype.org.
PonyUpGame by Venture Group, bringing back family game night. The game is called Pony Up, where one horse will win the race, but several players will win the pot. You'll be transported right to the racetrack. And best of all, you don't have to know anything about horse racing to play Pony Up. Just look at your cards. They represent your horses. Roll the dice to move your horse forward. But don't roll the house's number, or you'll pay and pay and pay. The pot grows bigger the closer a horse gets to the finish line.
9 phase 2!
Experience heart-pounding action and the thrill of victory. PonyUpGame has a casino-quality premium felt board, making your gaming experience feel authentic and genuine. It's horse racing fun for the whole family. PonyUpGame by Venture Group. Bring back family game night.
Blue sky, smiling at me. Nothing but blue sky do I see.
Got anything to say for yourself? Not interested, huh?
Can't you answer?
You're tearing me apart!
What?
You say one thing, he says another, and everybody changes back again!
Oh, me, huh? Ah, forget about it. I'm just kidding, all right? Oh, this your wife. Oh, a lovely lady. Hey, baby, you're all right. You must have been something before electricity, huh?
I am in front of the Maple Theater, one of the coolest, most unique movie theaters in all of Michigan. But what really makes this place a hidden gem is not just the fact that it's a theater, but the fact that there's also a coffee shop and a kitchen here as well, where you can come for dinner, a movie, and really spend the whole day here. We're gonna start off in the Great Lakes Coffee Roasting Company. I'm gonna interview Thomas Madgewick, the GM at the Maple Theater. Let's go. Thomas.
How you doing, Tom?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
Living in Maple.
I'm glad to be here. Why, thank you. Let's talk about movies, man.
Okay.
So Thomas, before we start talking about the Maple, like tell me a little bit about yourself. How did you end up here?
I moved here from Chicago. I was in the bar restaurant business for 10 years in Chicago. Moved here to be closer to family and the movie business. I've always, been a huge fan of the movies, so it's been a great fit for me.
You got to be a movie fan probably to work at the Maple. What are some of your favorite movies, would you say?
I would say, the classics. I'm a big Tarantino fan.
Okay.
And Full Metal Jacket is probably an all-time,
Absolutely.
all-time best movie for me.
So, what is it about the Maple? It's got to be exciting as a movie fan working at a theater like this, and it's such a unique theater. What is it about the Maple Theater that you kind of like about it?
Nice little triple threat. We have the cafe, the restaurant, and 3 screens that we mostly show independent films on, and it draws a huge crowd here in Bloomfield. It's got a great little neighborhood vibe to it.
Super cool. And tell me a little bit about the coffee shop here. We're drinking Great Lakes coffee. What is it about this coffee shop? What's unique about this place?
Well, because it's it's a Michigan-based coffee shop. All the beans are roasted in Michigan. The beans are from all over the world, but it's one of those things where you want to use local vendors in your place, and
Sure.
we do that with the coffee shop and a lot of our beers on tap also.
Speaking of the beers on tap, you have a full kitchen here. You have a bar. How would you describe the food, I guess, at the Maple Kitchen?
I'd say it's a American casual, not quite fast casual, but casual dining. It's a perfect place to come grab a burger before a movie.
Speaking of all this food, I'm getting super hungry.
Well, let's go grab a bite.
All right, let's do it. All right, man. Well, hey, salute. So, tell me about the beer. We'll get to the food in a minute. I want to know about the beer. Tell me about the beers here.
Well, we have 20 beers that rotate.
Okay.
A lot of Michigan breweries that we use, but we try to keep it fresh and seasonal.
Do you get like beer crowd in here? Like people come in here like slamming beer? Like what's a popular drink?
No, it's not going to be. It's definitely not a frat bar. People
Right,
come in and
okay.
slam. It's more of a chill. Kind of sit here, hour or two before a movie, have dinner, grab a couple drinks, possibly bring some drinks into the movie.
I heard that there's like some kind of service in there too. You can actually get like seated. Like tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, we do have a club seats that is a $5 more fee.
Okay.
But they have they're nicer seats, they're recliners, and then we do have a wait staff that goes in and waits on them. They can eat and drink in the theater, and people love it.
So what are some of the more popular food dishes, would you say?
Well, we're known for having great burgers, so we have great burgers. We also have great appetizers with our hummus and guac.
I understand that you ordered us some food here too, right?
Yes.
So what do we got coming out?
We have a hummus and guac. We have a burger, of course, grilled cheese, and then the tomato bisque soup.
Woo, let's get to it.
Yep. We have the hummus and guac.
Guac. Ooh, here we go.
Grilled cheese, cheeseburger, tomato bisque soup, and I think we're good.
This is looking good, man. Do you have a personal favorite?
The cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger?
Cheeseburger is my favorite.
I gotta say, it's
Perfect blend with the lettuce, 2 4-ounce patties, American cheese, pickles, onions, and Dijonnaise on a brioche bun. It is.
And that does not look like my mom's grilled cheese. No offense, Mom, but like this looks pretty.
The grilled cheese is on sourdough. It has a lemon pesto, and it has 4 types of cheeses. It has buffalo mozz, Gouda, cheddar, and Swiss.
How really busy does it get though? When people come in and have, they want dinner and a movie and it's a Friday night, is it packed in here? Is it hard to get food? Is it hard to get stuff like that set up?
The majority of times, if you're here an hour and a half before your movie, you have plenty of time to grab a seat, grab a bite, and still hit the concession stand on your way into the theater.
Fantastic. Can people get carry out? I mean, sometimes this looks like a lot of food. My eyes might be bigger than my stomach. Can I carry out the food?
Yes, we do carry out, and we also use DoorDash to deliver food to the neighborhood, and it's been working really well here.
People can actually rent the place out, right? They can have special events here and things like that.
Yeah, we have a lot of special events, whether it's, you know, half the restaurant, the full restaurant, and we've done anything from bar mitzvahs where they take over the entire place. Yeah, we've kind of done it all here.
Well, Thomas, I really appreciate this. I have more questions to ask you, but I'm too hungry. This burger keeps looking me right in the eye. So I'm going to get to this food, and I just appreciate your time, man.
Let's dig in.
One more thing about the Maple Theater is you can actually get VIP membership here and watch all the movies you want for an entire year. You get free popcorn, free drinks, you get those club seats that we talked about. You actually get 10% off all of the kitchen items as well. Sounds like a great deal if you love movies, and I know that you're going to love the Maple Theater. Coming up after the break, I'm going to talk to you about the new movies opening up this weekend. Stay tuned. I'm going to try these club seats out for myself here. I am at the Maple Theater, where it just so happens that two of the new movies opening this weekend are playing here. That's A Star is Born and Colette. First up, let's talk about Colette. It's a period drama starring Keira Knightley. Who else? I mean, Keira Knightley seems to be in every single period movie that's ever been made, but she is really ravishing and brilliant in this film as the real-life French novelist Colette, who basically was ghostwriting for her husband and then became like a sensation, a controversial sensation on her own accord. This movie stars Dominic West, Fiona Shaw, Eleanor Tomlinson, and it's really a well-done movie. Maybe one of the least stuffy period movies I've ever seen. This movie has a lot of bite to it, the performances are great, and I give it a B. Of course, the most buzzed about Oscar film opening this weekend is the latest rendition of A Star is Born. This movie had been made in 1937 originally, starring Janet Gaynor and Frederick March. It was then redone with Judy Garland and James Mason in 1954, and then it was followed up by the Chris Christopherson and Barbra Streisand version in the mid-70s. Here we have Lady Gaga in the starring role opposite Bradley Cooper. Bradley Cooper also directs here. A Star is Born is an appropriately titled film because not only are Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper already stars, but they are born anew here. This movie lives up to all the hype. Lady Gaga transcends her musical career. Yeah, she's acted before, but she has not acted before. This movie is a star-studded performance for her. She's bound to be nominated for an Academy Award for this role. Bradley Cooper also is a new star in the sense that this is his directorial debut. What a film. There's great music in it. There's great performances in it. The chemistry is outstanding between the two of them. I had a few minor quibbles with some of the plot elements. When you watch the film, you'll know. But how about a shout out to Sam Elliott? He's been around forever in supporting roles. This is the first time I think that he has a legitimate shot at landing a Best Supporting Actor nomination. All across the board, go see A Star is Born. I give this movie an A-. The other big movie opening this weekend is Venom. Being that my first job was at a comic book store, there's a part of my soul here that is really excited that there's a Venom film finally. Venom, of course, is one of the coolest villainous comic book characters. He was a foil for Spider-Man, and he's a really cool character. This movie only really does him half justice. It kind of gets the character of Venom right, but it really fails him in terms of story or really just a movie that is coherent. I don't think that this movie deserves the beating that it's getting right now. It's getting some terrible reviews. It's not a great film, but it's not terrible. It's not Fantastic Four, people. I give Venom like a C+. If you want some of my more detailed thoughts on movies like A Star is Born and Venom, I urge you right now to drop what you're doing and go check out my written reviews online. You can check me out on Rotten Tomatoes. You can click on critics. There's a list. You can go down, click on Tom Santilli, and you can find all my new movie reviews as well as my old movie reviews. So do that now. Follow me at Tom Santilli, and also check me out on Movie Show Plus. That's all for this week, guys.
Camera set. Okay, back projection. Cue music. And action!
Hollywood legends Mr. Stan Laurel and Oliver Hardy arrived in Britain today as they embarked on a national tour.
We're doing this while we're waiting for this new picture to come together. I'm gonna make sure that this tour gets off on the right foot.
There it is, the Eiffel Tower.
It's amazing that you two are still going strong. Still using the same old material.
Here they are.
Such a wonderful reception, isn't it, Ida?
It's okay.
2 double acts for the price of 1.
Pretty empty last night. I guess people just don't want to see Laurel and Hardy anymore.
Has he been pushing you a little too hard, babe?
You know, Stan.
You could have said goodbye, Oliver, a long time ago.
We had a good thing going, but you had this big chip on your shoulder because I did a picture with someone else.
I couldn't sleep for days when they told me what you did. You're just a lazy ass who got lucky because you met me.
Lucky to spend my life with a man who hides behind his typewriter?
You betrayed me. Betrayed our friendship.
You're hollow.
You cannot go on stage again in your condition.
I love you, but I won't stand by and watch this nutty tour put you in a wooden box.
I should never have had us take this tour. I love him, Ida.
You're not leaving, are you, Stan? The show must go on.
When you watch our movies, it was just the two of us. All they had was each other.
Je ne regrette rien. And you shouldn't regret rien either.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Stan Laurel and Mr. Oliver Hardy.
I'll miss us when we're gone. So will you.
Hello everybody, my name is Maximilian Helfman.
And I'm Connor Anoush.
And welcome to Theater Butter. Right now, I am a freshman at Emerson College in Boston. I'm studying film.
And I'm a senior in high school, and I'm aspiring to be a film student.
Yes, Connor and I were best friends in high school. We would always butt our heads on what movies we loved, what movies we watched, what movies we hated. Every Thursday night, every week at 7 o'clock, we would go see whatever new movie was coming out that week.
Yeah, we were essentially the Siskel and Ebert of our high school, I think some might say.
Yes, but welcome to Theater Butter. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for watching Movie Show Plus. This segment is essentially going to be us talking about movies, talking about different things going on in the film world, whether that is Oscars, new releases, hot topics that we think are important to talk about, that we think are important so that we can show you our perspective, the, high school film kid, college film major perspective.
Yeah, and I think essentially because so much of who's going to see movies right now and who's, renting movies and who has their Netflix subscription is composed so much of young adults and high school students and college students. I think it's important to understand how adolescence, in a sense, is viewing this art form that, you can debate what's going on with it right now, whether, people are stopping going to theaters because of streaming services, regardless of what your opinion on those kinds of matters might be. It's important to know what the youth is thinking about films and news and releases, and so we're sort of here to give insight into that as much as we possibly can.
Yes, so to begin, this weekend, the new Bradley Cooper directed starring Bradley Cooper and starring Lady Gaga. A Star is Born is coming out. I have not had a chance to see it yet, but Connor has seen it. Connor, is it worth seeing? Do you think that someone our age would like seeing this movie? I've seen the trailer. I know Bradley Cooper directed it, and it just seems like a corny singing together, oh, you look beautiful in the car, blah, blah, blah.
No, you know what I do? I actually think it's a really great movie, and I don't just think it's great for a particular audience. I mean, it's sort of got a little bit of everything. I definitely think it's one to get out and see for anyone. I think it's incredibly well done. I think everybody that goes to see it will find something to connect with in its script, in its direction, and its performances. It's a pretty fantastic film.
Well, seems like I'm gonna have to go see A Star is Born now, but next weekend Venom releases, and so far it seems as though that has gotten awful reviews.
I've got my tickets for Friday.
Hopefully we can give you our thoughts on that film. Hopefully even have some interviews of kids in Boston that go to film school with me that I can show you guys some of those. But again, thank you so much. This is Theater Butter.
Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. This is a crazy opportunity for the both of us. We've been talking about doing something like this for a very long time, and so, you know, being able to do it through this medium that we both really love, and it's a very exciting opportunity, I know, for the both of us. So thank you guys for tuning in. We really do appreciate it.
Yes, please, and stay tuned for upcoming weeks. We have many other topics we want to cover, discuss, film, show you guys what kids our age are thinking and talking about film. If you guys want to see any of our content, you can find me at YouTube, at youtube.com/MaximilianHealthman. If you just search my name on YouTube, I'm the first channel that comes up.
And on my end, if you search Ice Cold Films, you'll find my YouTube channel where I mainly discuss Oscars and contention. I've been called by my YouTube comment section to be an Oscarologist. So if you're interested in that, that's sort of what I cover.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Enjoy Movie Show Plus.
Check out MovieShowPlus.com to watch this episode online and for exclusive content, extended interviews with Greg Russell, and a complete archive of movie reviews with Tom Santilli. Also, make sure to like and follow us on social media and on our Movie Show Plus YouTube channel. Next time on Movie Show Plus. We'll launch straight into First Man, the new film from the director of La La Land. And it's bad times at the El Royale for Jeff Bridges and company.
I'm not really a priest.
Yeah.
Any and all views and or opinions expressed by me, Tom Santilli, are fully my own and do not necessarily reflect the views and or opinions of Movie Show Plus, any other critic on this show, or anybody else associated with this program.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby.